Good day. Very warm welcome to this meditation experience. And this word experience is so amazing now that I'm pondering on it. That this hopefully is not just listening to some words, but actually taking them deep inside if they resonate to a place where they come alive and you wear them, if you will, you feel them. That's hopefully what's happening here. So, meditation experience. And today we are going to look at this idea of a healing, or not a healing, it's always healing, of a healthy silence. Um, we often talk about these benefits of silence, and it's so connected in many people's minds to spirituality and meditation. But what is a healthy silence? And I personally love the topic of silence, and one of the first things that I read on silence very early in my spiritual journey was about balance or integration, blending silence into day-to-day life, into sound. And the quote was, when you learn to balance silence and action, you will be powerful. So I've never felt that silence necessarily is something done in isolation, nor should it in any way make those around me feel rejected or neglected. So I feel it's something deep inside and something I'd like to hold, a state inside I'd like to hold even while teaching a high energy fitness class. I mention that because that's what we'll be doing today. So most would say that's ridiculous. I actually am excited by that possibility because I think if there's a healthy silence, there's a healthy life. So I think it's very critical to just well-being, to master the art of achieving that true inner silence and integrating it into what I do. So let's just take step one and explore, what is this silence that we're talking about? Sitting comfortably, always the invitation to see if the eyes can remain open in a natural way, not strained, especially when we talk about silence. We almost immediately want to shut out or close the eyes, close the shutter of the windows we call the eyes. But today, let me try keeping the windows open while exploring this silence. Immediately, I start to draw my attention not just into this moment, but into my inner world, feeling the energy of my attention starting to withdraw, to slip inside. And not just staying on the surface. Very often, all those worldly thoughts I bring inside with me, like bringing mud in on the bottom of one's shoes. That's just on the surface. In order to go beyond those ordinary worldly thoughts, I'm going to have to dive deep, deep into the ocean of my own inner world. And for that, I will have to transform my form. from a doing to a being form. Rather than thinking of myself as this body, this vehicle of action, I'm going to remember I am the driver inside this vehicle. I, the soul, the being, the living being, the life inside this body. The roles, responsibilities, tasks, even relationships and possessions, those are all relative to the body. When I think I'm the body, I think about those things. But when I remember I am a soul, I think about completely different things. From all those temporary things, I start to think about the big picture. What is eternal? Inner noise is thinking about temporal things. Inner silence is experiencing what is eternal. The moment I remember and feel I am the thinking, living being here inside. This body belongs more to the outer world, the chair in which it sits, than it does to me. I am free. And I drop into the depths of the ocean of my inner world. It's always quiet in the depths of the ocean. And that's where the treasures are found. Dropping into experiences of what is eternal. I, the soul, I am eternal, traveling through time. The experience of the eternal, the silence, is not empty at all. And it's not dead. It's very rich and alive with a deep sense of the self as an eternal being. The qualities of the self, the attributes of the self. My eternal nature is very peaceful, very calm, very non-violent. And in the silence, these words, peace, calm, non-violent, they convert into feelings, vibration. And I allow myself to become immersed in those feelings, vibrations, like a pearl in the depths of the ocean. Feeling my mind completely absorb that rich feeling of peace, cool, simple, light peace. The sensation of letting go. That is peace. This is silence. Saturated with the sense of well-being. Very healthy, very full. And I just swallow this entire ocean of silence. This tiny, invisible point of consciousness swallowing this ocean of silence, filling up completely with well-being, deep peace, lightness, freedom, letting go. It is so soothing and nurturing that this silence actually starts to feel like care, love, far from empty, a very caring and loving state. I feel very nourished inside, free from all desires, very content. Some might even call it bliss. Such a healthy state. No labor, no strain, no stress. Just peace. Very, very comfortable with my own presence. So I begin to ask myself, can I hold this very rich, contented, full state, even as I come back up to the surface, come back into the rhythm of day-to-day life, worldly activity, come back into words, sound. Sound does not mean noise. Noise is where I am completely entangled in the temporal. But if a part of me is always connected, experiencing that nourishing state of what is eternal, that deep peace of being a soul, that's a beautiful sound to bring into my day-to-day life, the sound of deep peace, silence. That will be my experiment as I move through the day, very connected to the depths of my being, whilst swimming, navigating through the day, blending silence with action, thoughts words and deeds? And how might that change the quality of my day? That is my experiment. Om Shanti. Thank you so much for joining us today. Om Shanti.